You look at your life, you look at the calendar, and there's just this agonizing, heavy feeling sitting right in your chest. The years are gone, you feel chronically behind. Well, as we go through this explainer today, I'm not going to sit here and offer you some toxic positivity. I'm not going to tell you to just smile, brush it off, and pretend it didn't happen. That pain is real, the time is spent. We actually need to let that tension sit exactly where it is.
Because in those quiet moments, this is the question haunting you, isn't it? Is it too late for me? You've got this deep, terrifying fear that your delay, your mistakes, or just the sheer passing of the decades has permanently disqualified you from your purpose. You think the window's permanently closed and you're just playing out the clock.
But I want you to look at the mandate we're actually given in Scripture, redeeming the time because the days are evil. That's Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16. The instruction here is completely counter to our natural instincts. God isn't telling you to mourn your lost time. He's commanding you to actively recover it. And you know what's incredible about this? The Apostle Paul wrote these exact words from a Roman prison cell, a place where time fundamentally seems completely wasted. Yet the mandate remains. Let's look at the actual Greek word used for redeem here. Ex agorazo. It means to buy back, to purchase out of the marketplace what was once lost. Grasp the absolute gravity of this word for a second. You are commanded by God to literally buy back the time you think is permanently gone. You don't just write it off as a sunken cost. You claim it back. Okay, let's dive into this. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten. That's Joel 20:25. The question isn't whether God can restore your years. This verse guarantees that God's economy of time works in restoration. He specializes in it. The real pressing issue, the only issue that actually matters, is what you're going to do with the time you have in your hands today. So let's move right into section 1. Delay cannot cancel your destiny. The biblical record proves over and over again that delay is not a cancellation. In fact, if you pay close attention, agonizing delay is often the very prerequisite for the assignment.
Look at Moses. He's 80 years old. He has a staff. He has a stutter. He's a shepherd, hiding out in the desert, way past what anyone would call his prime. Yet at 80, he is called to lead an entire nation out of Egypt. That's not an accident. That is God showing you that your delay does not cancel your assignment. Moses is in the exact position to be used, precisely because of his years.
Trace this agonizing timeline with me. Look at Joseph. He's betrayed by his own blood. He's sold as a slave. He's imprisoned in a foreign land. Every single year on this timeline looks like a total, irreversible waste. He's just sitting in a dungeon, waiting, with absolutely zero physical evidence that his life means anything or that his dreams were even real. But look at the pivot. Genesis 41:14, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon. Notice that word right there, hastily. After years and years of silent, agonizing waiting, the interruption is sudden. It's an immediate acceleration. Years of delay can be completely reversed by one moment of sudden acceleration when you're finally called upon. And hey, maybe you think your time isn't just delayed, but literally destroyed by your own spectacular failure. Well, look at Peter. He publicly denies Jesus 3 times, a devastating, catastrophic public failure. That absolutely should be the end of his story. But Jesus finds him, and he's reinstated with a completely new mandate. Why? Not because Peter had a perfect track record, but because he stayed available. Even your worst failure doesn't end the assignment. Which brings us to section 2. Diligence is a daily system. We're shifting from mourning your past to what it actually means to steward your present. And listen to me carefully. I am not going to give you 3 easy steps or a neat little method to fix your life by tomorrow morning. That's cheap, and frankly, it doesn't work. You need a profound shift in how you operate. You need a deep, relentless hunger to build something real. Look at Proverbs 21:5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness. Hear that clearly. Diligence is a system. It's a daily, unyielding system. It is not a fleeting feeling of motivation. If you're sitting around waiting to feel motivated to recover your lost years, you're going to lose the rest of them. Consider Solomon's posture. He has the opportunity of a lifetime, but he doesn't ask God for money. He doesn't ask for power, which is what the entire rest of the world demands. He asks God for wisdom. And what's genuinely amazing is that Solomon was likely only around 20 years old when he made this incredibly mature request. True preparation, the kind of preparation that actually equips you to handle the years you have left, requires pursuing wisdom above absolutely everything else.
And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when you do. 1 Kings 3:12. I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart. God honors the alignment of your desires with his wisdom. When you stop chasing the superficial markers of success that you think you're behind on and start anchoring yourself in wisdom, you become someone who can actually be trusted with the future.
Now we arrive at section 3, the illusion of perfect timing. We absolutely have to tear down this lie you tell yourself every single morning. You know the one. You tell yourself you'll start next Monday. You tell yourself you'll move when things finally settle down, when you have more money, or when the season is perfectly right.
He that observeth the wind shall not sow. That's Ecclesiastes 11:4. There will always be a wind. Every single month of your life will have a cloud to justify waiting. If you observe the conditions, you will never plant the seed. The time to move is right now, today, with exactly whatever broken tools are currently in your hands. Because starting late doesn't mean you have a lost purpose. There are people who begin early, they have all the time in the world, and they accomplished absolutely nothing because they waste the opportunities right in front of them. And then there are others who begin late, but they move with such intense urgency and pure wisdom that they leave a massive, undeniable legacy.
And this brings us to section 4. Waiting is a decision too. This is the climax of this entire reality. Like I said, I'm not tying a neat little bow on this for you today. The tension you're feeling right now, that deep conviction in your gut, you need to let it sit heavy on you. Do not brush it away.
Your objective isn't to invent a time machine. The goal is not to somehow recover every single wasted second of your past. That's impossible. The goal is to become a fiercely faithful steward of the years you have left. You must radically, aggressively change how every single remaining moment is spent. Waiting is a decision too. Every day you sit paralyzed mourning the past, you're actively deciding to burn the present. You're making a choice to waste today. Your next season has to start right now. The complete biblical blueprint for redeeming your lost years is in the description below, and you need to go read it today. The only question left is, what will you choose to do with tomorrow?